there are these questions that God asks Adam and Eve. Begin with the question that most people know: "Where are you?" In Genesis chapter 3, and what I think I want to share, which I think is so very significant, is that in this moment in Genesis 3 that so many have narrated as this great fall, this cosmic tragedy, God shows up. God shows up and is present to Adam and Eve. God shows up in curiosity and compassion with a question, not with an accusation, not with a, "You see what you've done? How dare you?" God shows up in curiosity. "Where are you?" The second question God asks is, "Who told you? Who told you to eat from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" In other words, what voices are you listening to other than my voice? So where are you? Where are you hiding in the midst of your life? What are some of the ways in which you and I hide in the midst of our own ordinary lives? Who told you? What are the stories you're listening to? What voices are speaking over you? And then the last question that I translate a little bit differently, God asks, have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from? And the way I sort of frame that is, where have you taken your hunger? In other words, they took their hunger to the tree, and we all take our hunger somewhere, our thirst somewhere, our longing somewhere. But there's this invitation that sounds a whole lot like the question that Jesus asks more than any other question in the New Testament. What do you long for? What are you hungry for? What are you thirsty for? And so it's just a little playful, imaginative way of even engaging the conversation that continues in Jesus, as if to say that we don't have to wait until Jesus to hear the gospel, in a sense, in Scripture, that God shows up, that God is present to us, even in the great humiliation of Genesis chapter 3, inviting us back into relationship. And so that's where I'm going. I think it's got great application to so many. I mean, if you're a human, let's just say if you're a human, I think you will find something of your own story in this conference.